Welcome to another episode of Something for the People. This is your boy B Hunt, aka the Silent Prophet, along with my co-host, Big Country.
What's good, people?
We also got
DJ, man. I'm back.
He's back. He stepped from behind the camera, got back in front.
Man, it's your boy T, man. Thank y'all for having me back again.
Cool beans, always welcome.
Yeah.
Kadeem Davale from Dead Ass Podcast speak about how they keep their marriage strong. So, what about keeping it strong?
The thing that we're talking about in this episode, I talked about it briefly on the last episode. Mm-hmm. The thing is, the husband, Davale, he was talking about how at first his wife didn't get the picture. And then his wife came in and was like, you know what? I realized after what he told me. So what he ended up saying is, hey, baby, what you got planned for today? And she starts to listing off all the things she has planned, she has to do, and all that kind of stuff. She lists off the kids. Oh, she got to run errands, all this other kind of stuff. And then he comes out of nowhere and he's like, so where do I fit in? Okay. And she was like, at that moment, she realized the man that actually, my spouse that actually helps me, my spouse that actually is my ride or die, that's there for me, that will do anything for me, and that's making all this stuff work. How do I give him love? Because if I'm not showing him the love, if I'm not treating him correctly, if I'm not doing all the things I should be doing to help him, but he's out here doing everything for the family, all right, how does it help?
I don't, because I had last episode we had that to do, had the back and forth that came from that, because I was like, well, if she taking care of the kids and she doing everything in the house, and like I understand some people want that whole you need to focus on me, but I'm like, focusing on you is also focusing on the things you care about. You know what I'm saying? Like your family, I prefer, don't get me wrong, I want my time, but if there's a dance recital for Paige and me wanting to sit on the couch and talk like, I'd rather you go out here kicking with my dog, because that's going to be pivotal. That's going to be a major moment.
That is a pivotal thing. But if you're always put last, you don't think at some point in time you will be like, bruh.
But we also have to understand the societal norm for men. Men over time, like throughout Western society's history, men have always been the sacrificial lamb for a relationship. You always got to show, like, you choose the most dangerous jobs because they pay more.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the way it is. If we go all the way back, when before they start letting women into the army, men went to war. Women stayed home. Yeah. So we got to take into consideration what we as a society have built. You, for the longest time, have been put on the back burner, and that's to help us as a whole succeed. You're the strongest and most capable. Well, we need you up front. But because you be up front, we also got to take into consideration what happens when you in the front line. Front line gets shot down first. It is what it is. So if you want a strong home, and that's why I had that issue a while back when we was talking about relationships and homes and all, and I was like, the lady was sitting here and she was like, well, my man got to make more than $100,000 if he going to be with me. And I was like, well, who going to watch the kids? Because if you want to make $100,000, it's a lifestyle choice. It's something that come with that.
I think that what you're on to a very good point. But I also think that the mindset of what you just said was a kind of an older traditional mindset. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The men was on the backbone, but the family structure was already understood. Like, I'm finna go out here and do this. There was no, you know what I'm saying? Like, they considered males as higher prior in the family, and females was just supposed to cook, clean, watch the kids. It was no, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, it was a hierarchy back then. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like, back then, you had, like, you know what I'm saying? You had, the man went out. Man did his thing. The man came back. You know what I'm saying? There was no, the things that the man brought to the table was it. Like, now, as we get into society where women are empowered, women are doing more things, they want more things. and the things that they want, you know what I'm saying? Like if it was an old traditional sense of how, you know what I'm saying, like men are put on the back burner type deal, right? Then I feel like it would be like, that would be like, anything in the house, you knew it was the man's. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like there wasn't a whole bunch, back in the day, there wasn't a whole bunch of designer pictures and, you know what I'm saying, nice stuff on the wall, you know what I'm saying? You had what you needed. You had beds, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine a man's house if a woman never lived in it. You know what I'm saying? Like that fake pottery that's in the front and all that stuff. Like, imagine. So I kind of feel like I would imagine like that would probably be the lifestyle of what they had back in that traditional time, where you just had necessities. You didn't have this pretty fake vase in the front. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But along with what he said is crazy, because I actually just seen that this morning. It's good that the wife was in that position to, you know what I'm saying, to take in that information. But that took a mature woman, and I know that took over the time to actually be like, you know what? Let me listen to my husband and what he wanted. Like, she watched him for a while. She didn't. It wasn't the day after the wedding, and she was like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to him.
Yeah.
That took you know what I'm saying? That took work. You know what I'm saying? It took work.
Yeah,
It took work. So I do understand I do understand what you're saying, but I do feel like that back in the day where the men don't have the emotional part come out, you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, men was built to be men. They not supposed to let their emotions out. They supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, keep it in, you know what I'm saying? Go out there and get the bread and come back. But then when they came back, I feel like there was less arguing.
Yeah.
Because that man said, hey.
Because everybody had their roles. You knew what it was.
You gotta do.
You know what I'm saying?
I take care of the house, you take care of the kids.
Yeah.
But you can't switch it up now and be like, well, I'm gonna do these things, but you still gotta do these old school things. Just like you said a while back, hey, we gotta adapt with the times. If you sit here and tell me that, hey, I gotta change who I am to fit you, but you ain't got to change who you are to fit me, it's going to be a hell of an issue.
And that's why we in that phase. It's always, like, for any chemical reaction, it has to be heat and friction. It's a war in a bottle, right?
Yeah.
So we got your relationship, and now we trying to conform our old ideals to fit this new mold, right? And so, yeah, a woman has the ability to go out and make $100,000 just like any other man in this room, right? But like he said, that comes with compromise. Whereas in the past, men wasn't compromising on much. Why? If you said you wanted a 42-inch TV, but I got 32-inch TV money, motherfucker, it's gonna be a 32-inch TV up there. Leave me the fuck alone. You got what you want. You got what you need.
Yeah.
So now she like, well, I can buy it too. Okay, you can buy it too, but you don't want to also buy the lights. You also don't want to buy the dishes. You also don't want to buy that pretty fake ass vase over there. You don't want to do all that. You want me to do all that, and you want to give me lip about you getting money. You getting money, but my money was made because on the premise that I sacrificed.
The understanding of needs and wants.
Right.
A man, they say a man should provide, and I believe that that's true,
100%.
but a man should provide what you need. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then now you get into this blurry line of needing and wanting. You know what I'm saying? Like you seen your homegirl had this big wedding. I need to have these white roses here, and the man, even today, a man's conflict would be like, we don't need no roses that we can't take with us.
Ain't nothing about no flowers.
Them roses
You know
gonna die the next day.
like you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
We
like,
get most.
we feel like that, but then, you know, like, and I talk to my brother all the time when you get into the discussion with a female about facts and emotions. That's why I feel like an argument between a man and a female rarely gets to a solution, because once men start getting mad, they be like, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? Hitting facts.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know what's gonna happen? I don't like the way you talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's when the emotion come around you. But you in your head, you like, you didn't hear the facts I just gave you. You know what I'm saying? She's like, you shouldn't be talking. Why are you talking to me like? And then it turns into a whole other thing. Now you having a conversation about it.
Me, I normally don't have, when an argument about to come, I just wait till I calm down to talk. That's my normal approach to it, because I know most of the time, I'm about to riddle off about 8 or 9 facts, and it's gonna get even worse.
Now, let me ask you this question, real quick. Is your wife one of them wives that's like, no, we gonna finish this conversation?
No, she respects my space.
Okay.
Like if I be like, we gonna reconvene, she'll be like, okay.
Yeah, because I mean, my wife do too. Because I'm if I say that, then I'm in a dangerous part. You know what I'm saying? We don't. She understands how that conversation could right now really not help. You know what I'm saying? And then that's where you're trying to get to a healthy part. So I actually take myself away from situations. You know what I'm saying? And I'll go out for a walk or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now in the beginning, I used to. I used to
got
be ready
that.
to shoot.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
You got that.
I'm
not
still
gonna
working
lie.
on that one because for me, it's like, man, when I got something to say, I'm like, man, I'm ready to run these facts. Let me give you this, let me give you that, let me give you this. And I'm just saying, I'm still work in progress on that. Because my thing is like, if I get to a point where I start saying stuff, it's because it got to that point where it's like, this needs to be said. Because little things, I don't care about. I'm too nonchalant for that. But then when it gets to a point where you're like, okay, it gotta be said now. I don't want backup. I'm like, nah, we're going straight head forward into this.
Issue with that is now that you want to give her facts with your emotion, and you're not gonna give more emotion than your female.
Yeah.
So like you feel passionate, you feel that the passionate part. I got to say this right now. That's your emotional facts. That's your emotion trying to get them facts out. And if you want to play an emotional game with your wife, you can, but you'll never win that one, bro.
I'm gonna tell you like this. When men argue, it's like troops on the ground. You see every casualty. You see, like, if I shoot you, I know you died. Women show up with these emotions, and that's chemical fucking warfare, fam. That's driving the atomic bomb, and we gotta assume how many motherfuckers died. Because we don't know. It could have not been anybody in that goddamn building, but she felt like it was some people in there, so we gonna add 10,000 more. And you just like, my facts is facts. It's people, this shit's really happening for us. Like, I don't like that you did this.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you when you did this happened. That's how men talk.
The facts.
It's facts.
The facts in the timeline.
You said this, they perceived me this way, and you know that ain't how I operate. You know that ain't gonna work. She was like, but I feel, fuck your feelings. And you as a man want to say that, but there's such a pivotal
Thought you said it.
part. That's like
I thought you said it. I was like, well, you went traditional on us real quick.
but like, it's like you can't do it. But if you say that, it's like your feelings are so intertwined into who you are because the world been telling you to feel. A girl fall down, she cry. A man fall down, and you better not cry. Fuck them feelings.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, you know what I'm saying? Like people that, like your partners, your homeboys, like, you get into arguments with them, but and y'all might not talk for a minute, but y'all spit each other's facts, and it's done.
Yeah.
All y'all got wives in here. How many like got in an argument with their friend and never talked to him again? You know what I'm saying? I feel like she played me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like she did. We, as men, we get into arguments. We be like, man, that's my brother, man. We get into an argument. We gonna talk again. You know, it just is what it is. It's heated right now.
Yeah.
You know why I'm mad. I know why he mad. If it ain't nothing, he'll call a week later and be like, man, what you doing, bro? Nothing. Yeah. And it's over just like that. Females would take that to the grave, boy. They would. I don't like the way she said that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, I said it before. Men cannot have frenemies. Because the fact is, either you my enemy or you my friend. That's the fact. Yeah. Like, either I fuck with you or I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
Women, on the other hand, they feelings. So it's like, yeah, I don't really like her, but I feel like she get me sometime. I can't put that in my space because it don't work for me.
We don't move like that. Like, don't move like that. For us, is either we rock with each other.
Straddle the fence.
Yeah, either we rock with each other or we don't. Like, that's just what it is. And if most of the time for us, if a nigga moves shifty, we not fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
Yeah. And if he asks me why, bro, you always be stealing. I don't want you to steal my stuff, so I'm not gonna put you in my space.
Yeah,
and be like, you can say I'm not your friend, or you can say I don't care what you think. I'm telling you what it is. You can't be here because you did this.
You switched up on me.
Nah, man. 10 times out of 10, I stop messing with somebody and they gonna know. They gonna know
exactly.
They gonna know.
You know exactly why I stopped.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So,
but females be like, I don't know why she don't like me. You know why.
You know why.
You just don't feel like telling me right now.
You know why.
You know why.
You know what I'm saying? Heck yeah.
You know why. All right. Men and women are not the same, and they do not think the same. So why do we try to promote that they are? I mean, we just had a whole conversation.
We just had a whole conversation, but then I gotta ask the question, like, as far as like promote that we are, I don't really see the promotion that we are the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
Well, I could say it like this. For example, you remember the old Nike commercial? Anything you could do, I could do better. Mm-hmm. I could do anything better than you.
Yeah.
They did a whole little sketch song on that thing. And then a lot of times we push this narrative out that we're the exact same. But we're not. No. Well, women are CEOs. Yes, we can do certain jobs the same, but we don't do everything the same. Like, we don't move the same way. We don't act the same way. Like, for example, all of us right now know for a fact, at some point in time, you had a chick, man, you didn't give two craps about, but you were knocking her off. You didn't give one. I don't care if she fall off the face of the earth tomorrow. Like, it is what it is. I'll find a new one. Okay. I don't know any woman that could actually do the exact same, that cannot have that emotional tie with it.
Hey, I'm sorry to tell you, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I got homegirls that are dogs. Boy. I got homegirls
say
that
like this here. I got some people in my family. I got some cousins that's cold.
that really like, man,
like, bro, I ain't gonna shoot shit with you. I got some cousins that's ruthless.
Yeah. Yeah.
That ain't
but I kind of understand. I mean, like, I was with you until you said it ain't no way it can reverse. I automatically.
I ain't saying it's not.
It can't.
The likelihood of it reversing.
I think that, you know, men do things, you know, and it's easier for us to be not even be in a relationship. It's easy for us to smash. We get smashed with no emotional ties. It's easy for us. I think for some females, they had to get to that point where they tried it, and it was like, I'm too pretty for this. If they can do it, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think that once they got to that point, you know, it gets vicious, because then it turns into a game like who can play who first.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, females is, you know.
Well, if you look at the way a lot of things now, like dating, going back and forth, it used to be like everybody kind of, you knew where you fell in the spectrum. Oh, he likes me. He's going to talk to me. I'm like, okay, cool. How many women you know, like, yes, there is always going to be an outlier. Yeah. But most women are not shooting their shots at dudes.
Well, what you talking about is, does a woman care about society's viewpoint of them? Men
don't get two craps.
For the most part, we are immune to the unless it's status based, because it's gonna be a status where you got a janitor and you got the CEO. Most men want to be the CEO because that comes with a status. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to women, all right. If you sleeping with 20 dudes, then the perception of you in reality, like, you a hoe. But a man sleeping with 20 women, hey, fam, how you get 20 women? Because that's an accomplishment. Majority of the stuff that we do is associated with how much have you accomplished. So, and then women's, on the other hand, is based on how many people got over on you. You see what I'm saying?
So I agree with you. I'm glad I didn't like jump in to say anything. But you was talking about the status, like you got the janitor and you got the CEO. I don't really feel like men care about being the CEO or the janitor. They just, whatever status I need to get that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
true state.
That's true. You know what I'm saying? I could be, because 9 times out of 10, the janitor gonna smash the CO girl when he goes.
He got time.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like everything you said was true. I'm so glad I ain't jump on it because I was sitting there like, listen, whatever one. Listen. If I'm down in the trap, you know what I'm saying, in the bad one. She don't want the business. I don't want to be in. You know what I'm saying? I want to be what get me there.
Where I need to go.
You know what I'm saying?
What are my goals?
But most dudes know, hey, in order to get whatever accomplishment I'm trying to get to, I'm gonna play that role. Like wherever I need to get to, especially when it comes to women. It's like, if I know I want this chick, and I know this chick wants this type of dude, a lot of times, I give her a little bit more, or I give her a little bit less.
And that's how society gets played, right? Because the female want a dude that can provide and all that stuff, like how they say, right? You know, they want you to have that status. Men don't have to have the status. They just got to show you that they're capable of the status. Yeah, we're going to eat McDonald's for the rest of your life, but these first couple of days, I'll take you to Ruth Chris, stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. My house is dirty 9 times out of 10 because I ain't never there, but when she come in this vacuum, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll present that.
Yeah.
Until the female believes it.
Yeah.
And then slowly they'll present themselves, and then it gets to the point where the female is like, I thought you were this, and I thought you were this. It's like, I know you did. And the relationship's over.
I'll hit you. I'm glad I can make you feel that way.
It's the expectation for sure.
You know, and that's what I feel like, you know, like relationships now, you know, they don't last too long, or they only last a certain amount of time because a man is trying to do what he's trying to do, and the female is looking for the stability, but she's looking for it too early. You know, like you looking for it too early. It's like, we just started dating. Yeah, I'll sit on the phone with you for give it 2 months. Like, you ain't talking about that. I'm finna go. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, them all conversations. What you like? What you doing? Yeah. The guys play that game for a little bit. Guys that got janitor money can put their weed to the side for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And give you what you present yourself to be, and then you know what I'm saying, and that's it. And then the sad part about it is that once she realizes it, now she's looking at him like, you was this, and you was this, and you was that, and he like, well, I've already smashed. So if you're willing to go, if you want to stay another night, if you want to stay another night, that's on you.
That's on you. But the kind of piggyback off of like what you were saying as far as like the equal thing. I think as far as like as time has went on, I feel like them lines got blurred. And kind of like how as mainstream everything has gotten. It's certain groups again pushing certain things in front of people's faces. And it's, again, one of them conversations where that ain't really us saying that, but it's more so a certain narrative of a certain group of people being pushed in front. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I do remember the anything you can do, I can do, you know, but I think what people took from that, they just spun it and they took it to a whole different level. It was to give girls and women the thought that they could do anything, but I don't think it was to say that they were as equal to us in strength and size and speed, because we know for a fact that if you put LeBron and Candace Parker on a basketball court together, there's no competition.
You know what I used to like, fam?
You know what I'm saying? Like, we know that that's not gonna happen.
It's almost like that Dave Chappelle said. But I ain't gonna get into that situation.
I used to like when you remember you go on the basketball court and they tell you all line up on the fence, and then you got the captains and they get to picking who they gonna pick. I got LeBron, Kobe, Jordan over here. Then I got I'm not a women's basketball aficionado. I don't know, but you got the.
I'm gonna help you out. You got your Candace Parker. You got your Cheryl Swoops. You got your Cynthia Cooper. You know what I'm saying? You got your Rebecca Lobo. You got your Lisa Leslie. You got those people over here.
Cool.
You know
I got all them over there. You got your two captains sitting over here. Unless I'm trying to smash one of them over there, if I'm really trying to win, Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, and then we gonna figure out who else get picked up later. Then y'all, that's why they separate the WNBA and the NBA. Yeah. It really depends on how I'm feeling today. Because if I want a dog out, I'm going with the elites, the ones I know I'm coming. You know I'm coming. You don't even have to guess. The first 3 picks gonna be the first 3 picks. And I'm not saying, like, the commercial was trying to inform you, hey, anything you can do, I can do better. Yeah. We just need to take that better part off. Anything you can do, I can't do. There are women who can play basketball.
And I agree with that.
There are women who can play basketball at a high level.
Yes, I agree.
Sure.
When you start saying, all right, this is a physical game. We going for blood out here. Who you picking? Well, I know who I want.
Yeah. I mean,
no disrespect to you, but I know who I want.
Like,
I'm to win.
You're right. It's the anything I could do, you can do. It shouldn't be a better than most. Because I'll be honest with you, like I knew some females who cross you something vicious, you know, and but she was just more elite than me. That doesn't mean that she could walk in the NBA and ball and stuff like that. You know, and then you get to the society that, like, where we are right now, like, inflation in the world and everything is expensive. Like back in the day, our grandparents would probably outlive us in years than where we are right now, because our grandparents, they ate wholesome food. Mm-hmm. There was no McDonald's. There was no, you know what I'm saying? So, like,
there wasn't so many preservatives, toxins, and all this other
there
stuff.
wasn't all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like now, like I'm old enough to remember when McDonald's and Jack in the Box had a $1 menu. You know what I'm saying? Like now the burger got smaller, but there is no dollar. There is no dollar. So when you think about things like that, and then like homes, like if you go back like 6 years, the same $150,000 homes that was out now, they like $300,000.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you're getting to this point where the job market for the people, for the working class person, is not really able to suffice this whole thing, you know. But they still have that traditional man mind state, but they actually do need help, you know. And but then you have the female that has a traditional mind state as well, but it's so skewed to the point where it's like, now I'm helping. We're equal. And I'm not saying that in a relationship you cannot be equal. You know, you should be in a relationship where y'all talk about things, y'all make group decisions about major things and stuff like that. Yeah. But I think as the times go by, the transitional part about it is we're going to have to get into this whole, like, not that I'm dominant. You should be dominating a man in your household, but it should be. There are more conversations. There are more things to talk about, because, you know, like a man making $100,000 a year, all right, he could sustain himself. But what did you say the average man makes?
What was that?
55 Texas.
The average household is 47.
Yeah, 47? The average in the United States is 47,000.
The average is 47 right now, and I don't know how much 47,000 gives you a check. I don't know how much that is a check. But I will tell you that them people that was maintaining everything that they had in an apartments is going up. You know what I'm saying? They want like 1,800. That's you know what I'm saying? Like, so
the one of like 30-40%.
So it is pressure, because now this man has, you know, he has 2 cars because he has to maintain his family needs a car. You need to be able to get to work. You have apartment, because at the time you couldn't afford a house, or your mind wouldn't have let you afford a house. You probably could have if you just didn't want that 30-year commitment. But now you in a spot where it's like, it's you treading water, you know, like
just trying to stay afloat.
And you need that extra income. You need that extra income, but you want to have that extra income without no lip. You know what I'm saying?
That's on the high end. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And a 47. So you making about, doing the math, you making about maybe $3,000 a month.
That's $1,500 a check.
Yeah.
And rent here, rent
now is
about $17-18 a month. Mm-hmm. So you already spending your whole check on rent plus the $300 that knock you down about $1,200.
Yeah.
Don't have no car note, electricity, and all this other stuff. So man,
Car note.
Oh, but you forgot one thing.
What's that?
You haven't eaten yet.
and
you ain't put gas in the car.
You gotta put gas.
You ain't went to work.
So you get to that point. You get to that point when, and then like the pressure is already on you. You know, like that for men to have those facts. Like, it's very easy for a man to be like, I don't need this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like a man in a house by itself, lights ain't got to be on. Just got to watch the game.
Yeah.
I could spend $20, get a loaf of bread, the party pack of meat, the party bag of chips, and I'll eat that all week.
I'm going to tell y'all like this here, man. Yeah. That first year by myself, man, I ate sandwiches, pickles, and chips and salsa for a week straight.
Easy. It wasn't tripping. It wasn't tripping.
Yeah.
The TV worked. The game was on. I had we could do these things. And then
but you didn't need that much. It was like
you don't. But
basic necessities.
And that's what I'm getting at. You know, like a man surviving by himself with basic necessities can survive and can go back to that if they ever had to. And they wouldn't trip if the car broke down and money got funny for a month, you could go back to it like it's nothing. But it's different. It's
survival mode.
Yeah, it's different. It's different when you got a family and a female that has these certain expectations. Because when it's hot, and when it's not, it's not. Are you gonna be there when it's not?
Right.
Because even the richest person is gonna have, you know what I'm saying, financial issues. So that's the and then you're at a point where it's like, I ain't really got enough money to keep you here, but I got enough money to get you here. Yeah. So when you're ready to leave, you can leave. It's actually better for me when you go. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't.
Situation.
No, I don't have the money. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't have the money to have you here all the time. No, I don't have the money to take you out all the time. No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? But like, I got the money to take you out that first time. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, and then after that, you know, like when things is hot, and that's the thing. You know, you have, you know, like how society plays itself. Like I said, with the 47,000, a single man by himself, it might not be pretty all the time. You know, income tax, you gonna ball out, I guess. But you can maintain that. You know what I'm saying? A man can get to the point where
disciplined, though. You know what I'm saying? That's when you gotta show a little discipline when it comes at that point.
Absolutely, and that's when, and then that's where I feel like the ties between men and females get or come to a difference, right? Because when we get to that survival mode, we know exactly what we not getting. No, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We know exactly what we're not getting. We're not gonna get the big old bag of chips. We're gonna get the party bag of chips. That's enough to put on the sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Like just enough basic necessities. It's not gonna be no time where it's like, I think we should get this pottery thing from Ross. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got knives in the kitchen. I'm not finna get no new knife set. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when the conflict comes, because we understand the simple needs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think for me, I know what it feel like to be broke.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so I'll just be like, hey, look, I know I don't need this, or this. And if I gotta revert back to what I know to get me to that next level, that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
But is it my intention to go back there?
No.
Hell no. But if I gotta go back,
but if I got to,
I would do it. You know what I'm saying? But I like what you said. I feel like conversations do need to be had.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm the head of my household. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But if I know something needs to be done, I'm gonna have that conversation about it.
Yeah.
And I know that I can communicate with the person. Like, with my wife, I know I got a partnership going on.
Absolutely.
I know that without a shadow of a doubt. And it's because of the conversations that we've had throughout the years about, hey, this is where we're going. This is where we need to go.
Right.
This is the direction that we're going. Like, you can't lead, like, as a man, you can't lead a household without a direction.
Absolutely.
So, one thing that I encourage men to do is that if you don't have a direction, you can't expect for no woman to follow you.
You can't follow.
Facts, bro. You said something right
there. You can't expect for no woman to follow you if you ain't got no direction to lead her to. Because you can't be the blind leading the blind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that just ain't gonna work. She not gonna want to just blindly, like, now you gonna have something that's gonna follow you wherever you go just because, oh, well, maybe he'll get it together. But then you got something that's gonna be like, this don't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're gonna question everything that you do. You gotta have a plan, bro. Like, when you was growing up, you know, if you had a father in your household, he led the household, he had a plan every step of the way. And if you ran into a wall, you went to him for advice. He had something for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When it's your turn, what you gonna do? If you ain't got no plan,
Yeah.
what you gonna do? So, like, you got to have a plan.
Yeah, and that's true. Is that you hit it right on there? A plan and the discipline, and not just the discipline for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like the discipline for the family. You know,
Yeah,
like
sure.
hey, we got a plan here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we just seen this deal on this furniture set. It's not a part of the plan. You gotta be disciplined enough yourself not to give her what she wanted at the time, because you know you give her that little couch set and you know you got it. You know, but it's not that time.
Yeah.
And that and honestly, so like you get to the point where what we're talking about is that a female will follow a man with a decent plan, but that female has to be mature enough and learn that.
That's
these, and you know, don't get me too bad in quoting, but these new age females is like they do have an expectation of the hip hop culture of what, you know what I'm saying, like he buy everything, he take everything, but he had a long grind to get to this $1 million status, you know.
Right.
And you're watching the movie, wanting that to be reality. And I don't even care if it's reality TV, it's still scripted.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
for sure.
in that case, so they's like, oh yeah, he take care of me, I'll take care of him. I actually watched the skit with Lisa Ray and Trick Daddy. Did y'all see that?
No.
So Lisa Ray, I forgot, I don't know how old she is, so I ain't gonna misquote it. But Trick Daddy was like, man, if I'm paying most of the bills, and Lisa Ray was like, most of the bills, you paying all the bills. And he was like, well, I mean, like, you working, we working, you know, I'll take care of most of the bills, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, if you gonna be with me, you taking care of all the bills. But the dude that actually did the little snippet of it was like, Lisa Ray, to maintain her house, because she lives with her family, and I think she still takes care of her mother, is like $3 million, something like that, you know what I'm saying? And basically, you know, in her conversation saying that he's gonna take care of all that, you know, and it's like, and then he's like, so what do you give me? You know what I'm saying? It's like every female that you would think to say, you getting this pussy, and he's like, well, you getting this dick, so what is? She's like, nah, but you getting this pussy, and that come with, you know what I'm saying, you taking all the bills and stuff like that, and it's crazy because, like, I'm not trying to say that guys' dicks ain't worth nothing, but you know what I'm saying, like females take that scale, like, I'm having sex with you, that's my ticket to the lights, be like,
That goes
and then
back.
and then you look at her, you be like, do you want me to go smash the electrician to get the bills? Because that's
the image and the perception that's been put out there.
But then Players Club, she's you know what I'm saying? They were saying that in that thing, like, she's leading this movement of these females that are acting like that, you know what I'm saying? And then they gave up what's called Cardi B as an example, you know what I'm saying? She came out with this song WAP or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then you had Offset videotape, was like, she's sweeping the flow, y'all. Don't listen to that. Don't believe that.
I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, like, when has it not been like that, though? Within the last 30 years. No. Think about that. Like, the music does not reflect the reality of life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But now it's like there's a lot of people trying to make music life. Like, oh, well, and that's why even now, more people are divorced than actually married now. It's more like, what is it, like 55% of marriages now get divorced now? Yeah. And the main reason is not for infidelity, it's finance.
It's finance, yeah.
So you sitting here telling me everything's great as long as I'm paying everything, but when things get bad,
I think I feel like sometimes people don't know the person that they marry.
Yeah.
But it's a game of big fish, man. Everybody, every time I talk to you, I got something bigger and more grand to tell you.
Yeah.
Cardi B, made a whole. Don't get me wrong, Cardi B ain't shooting no shots. I'm just stating observations. Like he's Offset put you on camera. She cooking, she cleaning, and she washing your kids. Man, don't. Like
don't
I'm just showing.
was doing the same thing too.
All I'm showing you is she told you she caught a shark, but that looked like a fucking salmon to me. Yeah. That's the fuck she caught. Look, and people who I'm never gonna really investigate and see what Cardi B doing to keep a man, because she able to keep her man at home, and he got plenty of prospects. He can walk out that door today and pick up a brand new chick tomorrow. We saw it. Why? Because they had a whole little cheating scandal. Offset got the options. So how do you keep a man who got options at home? You make that house a home. You need to cook, clean, do your thing. It's no disrespect. But she still, let's accolades. Grammys, she got them.
Yeah.
Money, she got boatloads. She bought this nigga a Raptor fucking truck. I don't know if you know, that's a custom build. That ain't some. I don't got one. That's what I'm telling you. I don't have one.
She dropped that man $500,000 for Christmas.
And that's all I'm saying is, if we talk about finance, evenly, I would say, we about evenly yoked if I'm Offset and I'm Cardi B. But at the same time, let me stop giving you this big fish. You can lie to the world. Yeah. But once you bring that person in your home and that whole term, we are one person you can't lie to is yourself. Yeah. I can't lie to me. I can't. Yeah. I know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
so once we became one, you're an extension of me. So as much as I would like to be able to tell you this fabrication and this lie, you're going to be here every day. I don't want to exhaust the energy to keep up this facade with you. Yeah. I can do that with them. They turn me on for 3 minutes and I go off. Yeah, but when you got that person sitting in your house every day, watching you sit there and play 2K on the phone with your feet, talking about I'm giving you quality time, baby. I just want on the game. That's why I'm still here. Once the game out, I'm gonna turn that shit off, and I'll be like, I'm tired. I'm gonna hit you in the morning. Yeah, the facade is gone. Once she get in the house and realize that special time that y'all had when she was a distance away is gone. I know what you're doing. You're not talking to me. You talking to this nigga online, and you just muted them so I can have this moment. But you doing really what you want to do. We can't lie. Once you know the wizard behind the curtain, Oz don't seem as grandiose as it was. Yeah. Just realistic. And they go back to what the greatness said over here. I can play you to get you here. I can tell you that the yellow big road is made of gold and the flying monkeys really be flying, but when you get here and see that the Wicked Witch of the East don't want to take a fucking bath,
you're gonna be clicking them heels and be ready to go
home.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what leads to the 55%, because you don't know the person that you're married to.
That's it. Yeah, and you're right. But then you don't. It's basically what you're saying, but you don't know the range of the person that who you're married to. So, take me for example. I just put myself out there. Like, I'm doing all right. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not poor. But my wife never seen. You know what I'm saying? Homeless tea. That's a, you know what I'm saying? Now until she actually kicked it with my friends and stuff like that, and she actually heard the stories, and she was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then she was like, she looked at me, I'm like,
that's the grind.
That's one of the major issues with a lot of people in relationships, whether it be married or just trying to get this relationship right. In the beginning, it's like you're getting the version of this person right now. Mm-hmm. And that version of that person right now could be a version that you see for the whole 5 years. You know, first 5 years of your marriage. But then, then things go crazy. You know what I'm talking about? Like he own his own business. Everything's all good. You know, the business take a flop by some government new law or something like that. Yeah, you know, or something like that. And then you get this whole new person, and you trying to bring back that other person, but
He gone.
When the money ain't there,
He gone.
You know what I'm saying?
He
When
gone.
the money ain't there, he got to revert back to how was I getting that bag?
Mm-hmm.
Can't do that no more. Can't go to jail.
No bottle service.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And she's sitting there, she's sitting there like, why don't we go out and do something? And he like, man, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you don't know internally. This man is
he's having these fights.
He's watching the bag lead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Any man, and that's the difference between a man and a woman, right? My personal opinion, the difference between a man and a woman is that the man doesn't have a backbone or a father, an uncle, nothing like that. Like when it's bad for me,
somebody lean.
Yeah, when it's bad for me, it's on me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like for even down to my sisters, down to my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like my wife, if she was not with me and something was going wrong, hey dad, you know, can you help me? Sisters was the same way when my daddy was alive. You know, if they needed, you know what I'm saying, if they needed something, they would call my dad, no problem. My sisters would call me, no problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was to the point where they call me, they get what they. I ain't asking nothing back to my sisters. You know what I'm saying? It's just that mental thing that you got to do. But when men's back's on the wall,
your back's on the wall. You better figure it out.
Hey, pops, man, things is going crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need like 4 bands. Well, you know what you got to do. You like, no, I mean, if you're gonna give me some help, you're gonna tell me what I gotta do. You gonna get the So a lot of men think of that safeguard, and you know how we was talking about earlier, how you get to that point where you know what I'm saying, you at your lowest level, but you maintaining that. Mm-hmm. And a man can go there by itself, but even though he could go there by itself, there's emotional ties to that. Like I'm not tripping. Just everybody shut up. Just let me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about nobody else's opinion. I don't care what anything else is going. Everybody just shut up. We're gonna ride this for about a month. Not this check, not that check, but this check is the one where we're going back up. So we got a month. We got a month and a half to sit down. I don't want to hear you. I ain't get my nails done. See, I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be there with me and be silent. You know what I'm saying?
But that goes
exactly.
That go back to facts and feelings.
Yeah.
The man already. You finna tell me something I already know. That's the frustration. Mm-hmm. We ain't get bottles at the club this time. I know. Do you understand? The fact is, I'm trying to get back to the bag. That's the fact.
Yeah.
Your feelings do not equate in my fact right now, because the hustle, the grind is all fact.
And that, like you said, and like we were saying before, and that's why we're good at reverting. We're good. Yeah. We're good at going back to that point where we gotta be, where we maintain it, because like we ain't got nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like even if you do have somebody, a man's mentality to be like anytime I'm messed up in that position, I just take it as a humbling experience. Like, yo, you need to sit down anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just sit down.
Doing too much right now.
Yeah, just sit down. You know what I'm saying? Sit down and embrace this point in your life so you understand where it is, even because you know when you know when you're going to be back on your feet, even if it's 2-3 months from now. You know what I'm saying? 2 months, sit down. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to humble myself.
Humble yourself, and analyze, because you need to figure out, how did I get here?
Yeah, I mean, like you know, the situations of the world happen. You know what I'm saying? And when it rains, it pours. You know, you get it to you know, like the you know how it go. The day you finally pay off your cars, the day the insurance went off, it's the same day that the thing broke down.
All that on top.
You know what I'm saying? All that happened on top. The same time you thought you was paying something off and you paid it off, and they waited 30 days to actually deduct it, and you had $400 in your account. You thought that was the bread. But they just finally took the 350 out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You get there, you don't even know what's going on. You think you maintaining. You know what I'm saying? I can ride with this $100. You get a little text saying, transaction decline. How transaction decline? I only spent $50. You go back to your thing and says, you know what I'm saying? Would you like to transfer some of your savings to you?
It's over with.
It's over with.
You prefer that?
Yeah.
You know, so when it rains, it pours.
It gets rough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're in that, you know what I'm saying? You're in that position where it's like you know how to do it. And you know, but you've never actually, and then the hurtful part about it is that even though you're riding it and you understand it, you don't want nobody to feel like how you feeling, so you kind of shut yourself off in a way.
That's why you start getting quiet.
That's when it become an issue for them.
Yeah, that's because
That's when it becomes an issue for them.
Because you taking on the bulk of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she's still taking care of the kids. She's still going out there. She's still doing the stuff. She's maintaining everything that she got, and you at your bare minimums making sure that person's maintained. Mm-hmm. You really cutting off everything that you used to doing by yourself, or you used to doing with the family, or you're making the cuts to make it available for them.
Right.
You know, and it's not the same. And you're not the same.
And from their perspective, it seems too personal to you.
Yeah.
But you're restricting yourself from them. And it's like, okay, all I know is this is what I need to do to make sure that we straight. But in reality, to them, it's like you taking yourself away from us.
Right.
And I need you to be here with us.
Yeah.
But now I need to make sure that we have this.
Yes.
So that's our mind. That's my mind.
And that right there is why we was talking about the Dead Ass podcast. I was like, sometimes as a man, I revert back to that space. It's like, I know what we need to keep this.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry right now, I can't be sitting up here with roses and shit rubbing your feet on the couch, baby. They offering overtime at work.
Yeah.
That overtime is the difference between you eating bologna sandwiches and
You
at least some
eating
fried
that
fucking chicken. Like, let me go get that for us.
Yeah.
When I'm up, we up. But when I'm down, I don't want you to feel down because I know you can't revert back to the fact like me.
Yeah, and that's for the traditional man that actually takes care of everything. The person that these new age females say that they want, that traditional person that takes care of everything, that female doesn't ask anything. She doesn't ask, she doesn't question, she doesn't understand the amount of money that he has. They say like they gave a number of amount that the man gotta make or whatever, but that doesn't really matter as long as, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, you're doing this and you're doing that and you're doing this, and he's never bothered you about money. He's always put money in your pocket, but you've never sat down and be like, the plan. How much money is he spending on this? How much money are we doing this? How much money are we doing that? You know what I'm saying? But then when he gets cut off, she's grown accustomed to this. And then it turns into, okay, not now, then win.
Yeah. And see, like,
I want to feel like this
to
again.
add to that, like, with that plan or with that lifestyle or with that type of woman, if you're gonna evolve with the time, you need to get along with the plan.
Yeah.
You gotta understand what it takes to maintain this household. If you want the man that make the 100K, you gotta understand what it takes to make the 100K. You gotta understand what it takes to maintain the 100K. You gotta understand what sacrifices come with it. You gotta understand, okay, he spend this amount to do this. He invests this amount to do this. We got this much in real estate. We got this much in equity in this. We got this much in this. If you gonna play that game and you gonna evolve with the time, you gotta evolve with the game.
Because we beautifully segued into this already. If money is an issue in your relationship, should you lie about how much you have? And what you just painted is, if you want to play this game to where when we up, we up, when we down, I got to be clear to you about all my family. Because if you know how much real estate we got, if you know how much the business pulling in, if you know how much your feet picks getting in, like, we know what we got so we can move. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So are we open and candid about everything, or is it just like, hey, because I know in grind mode, I'm focused on something. You know what it is, and you know why, but your feelings keep forcing you to feel like you have the need to ask me about why I'm moving the way I'm moving, because it's not what you used to.
Well, I believe that a man that's dominant like that, he doesn't put her into those situations. He doesn't want her to necessarily understand all that because he has not made her the one yet. You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
Like, he has not made her the one that, you know what I'm saying, that he doesn't see what she wants yet. He knows what she wants, but, you know, so in the beginning of the relationship like that, it's like, yeah, you see that I have an amount of money, which is crazy because I'm not gonna say I hate, but I don't understand how some females put a dollar amount on how much a man should make. But I promise you, more than half of the relationships they've been in, they do not know the dollar amount of the man that made that money. Like they don't know the dollar amount, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? You be with me, you gotta make $200K, you gotta make $250,000 to be with me.
First of all, if you finding dudes out here making anywhere close to that, like I said, it's only 10% of America right now that actually make $100,000 or more. So you're sitting. This is honest statistics.
No.
So if you sit here and tell me that all the dudes you mess with are making $100,000 or more, something ain't adding up. Either you in a lane that nobody else has tapped yet, which I don't see that happening, or somebody's lying to you.
We need to bring a new age pimping going on, because I tell you right now, if I knew a female that had multiple guys making over $100K, we gonna start investing. Have each of them give you something, and I'm finna show you what to do with it. Yeah, but but that's true though. It's true in what you're saying. Like majority of females don't know how much the man makes.
Like
they do what we do. They do what we do. They look at you like, oh, he got this.
All during like you hear all this stuff on social media, and that's why I'm like, social media is not reality. It's just people stating their opinion, trying to say all these little things to make themselves sound good. Because, like, there was this one episode where they're talking, it's like 10 women, and each one of them talking about, they man got clocked, $100K, $250, $500,000. I'm like, where would you find these men at? Oh, that's not what men make? Who did your parent tell you that?
They don't know what they don't.
So I'm gonna say this: one, we as people are real iffy, finicky, protective, whatever about money in general. Mm-hmm. We don't talk about it.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, we just let's just put that out there. When it come to, if I was to walk up to how much you make. You gonna be like, it makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I know you. Yeah. But it still make people uncomfortable. So when you talk about money with people, it's gonna make it's a turnoff. Yeah. So just imagine when that conversation comes up in a relationship. It's an uncomfortable conversation to begin with. So if you leading into that from the beginning, what are your chances?
Listen, we're just dating. Why is the first thing that you come to me? Like, even if we was on a date, like, so how much do you make a year?
Why are you clogging my pocket?
But man, you know what? Let's bring it all the way back. How many of y'all have been in any kind of relationship where the female came and asked you in the first couple of dates, how much do you make a year?
No.
I would never be with you.
I ain't never been in
no. I have not. There has not been one relationship that I've been in. The female came up to me within the first 90 days and said, "So how much do you make a year?" Like never. But see, you know what I'm saying? Like females understand that they feel like that amount of money will bring an amount of security for them.
Right. But
I mean, I was like I said in the last podcast, an amount of money ain't nothing without a plan. like you got people that make $60,000 a year with nice things. They just timed it out. It took them 5 years to get the house. But they got it. You know what I'm saying? And you got people that make $120K. They got the new Porsche. They live in an apartment. You know what I'm saying? It's a monster.
You got your priorities in order.
You got people that got those same situations. They got the house. They got the car, but they broke.
Yeah, because they live outside their
paycheck
means.
to paycheck.
So what does it matter if you make
the average American lives paycheck to paycheck?
Yeah.
And to take it a step further, the average American doesn't even have $1,000 saved. True.
Man, that's a hard statistic.
But that's the truth.
That's the truth. For the average emergency, if an emergency was $1,000, the average American could not afford it.
Yeah.
That is a statistical fact.
Mm-hmm. They can't liquidate. They can't liquidate.
You can't
anything
liquidate enough assets to cover $1,000 emergency.
And on top of that, see, this is a conversation for all these people who wish to be influencers. Okay, a skill set or real talent. If you can build something, build a house, I might not have a G liquid, but I know my hands can produce a G. I know I can go out here and look. Somebody gonna need something. Somebody gonna need their grass cut. I'll humble myself enough to cut that grass.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like landscaping is really
they make
bank. So I'm saying that. I'm just talking about the guy who just own his personal lawnmower. And he just trying to.
I feel you. Even them, they can put away some bread too.
But I'm saying, you spending all your time focused on what the camera sees. Like I said,
but that's what I'm saying. That is fake. That is fake because they every female that's on there talking about my man got to make this, my man got to make that. They don't ask these questions when they're in these relationships. They have no idea what their man is making. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know. So it's like, it's like my man got to make this. And my man, if you were in an environment where you like they might do some investigations.
No, they might do some assumptions.
But like you said, they not walking up to you like, so is it? I heard you only making 98. You know what I'm saying? Like
this is what they.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And no dude gonna sit there and just take that. No, like, well, hold up, say what? Yeah. Like then they ask, "What do you do?" And then they'll try to clock your pocket from what you do, but you're not walking up to dudes saying.
That's probably the closest they get. Just like,
what do you do? Also, they gonna clock. They gonna hit you with this. All right. This is why what shoes you wear are really important when on those first interactions. Like, if his shoes busted, I know his pockets most likely busted too. They looking down.
You be surprised,
I know what watch he rocking. If he ain't rocking it, then what?
Because there are actual millionaires that actually do not buy none of that kind of stuff.
No. See, now you're talking. Now you're getting into cultures.
I was gonna say, hold on.
I'm just saying.
Because there was the Bill Gates and what's it called? They had a little picture that was like
New Balance.
There's like not a Gucci belt in sight where there was two multi-billionaires.
But I will say this: that shirt that if you look at Mark Zuckerberg in a picture, that shirt that he wearing, you may think it's a cheap shirt, but it really ain't. So be mindful.
Yeah,
it's the perception of everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, like, people will say these people with the money don't be spending money on stuff. The only frugal person I've ever really just known that's a millionaire is Bill Gates. The rest of them, the people, they be just making it seem like they frugal.
The impression.
To make it, we ain't gonna spend no money. They just spend their money in other places.
Right. Mm-hmm. I remember
they double their money, they triple it, they invest it, they put it in the stuff that's gonna tangibly grow their stuff. They put it in trust, they put it in all these different spots. Yeah. We just put our money
in what we look like.
What the
image.
Yeah,
the image.
And that's my thing. Like even Warren Buffett. Like I saw a little documentary on him. Man, he was like, man, I do have certain nice cars. But for the most part, when I'm riding around town, I like this old car that I used to ride when I was broke. Yeah. And he was like, I got somebody driving me in the car and all that. He was like, I bought my old house of where I used to live at when I was broke and things like that. Mm-hmm. This man is a billionaire.
But see, once you get to that point, though, like I feel like when you actually come into a comfortable amount of money, right? Like, you get comfortable. Like people that there are some people that like where their money comes is based off the image that they have. Let's just say rappers in general, right? Mm-hmm. But then say like my parents, you know what I'm saying? Like my parents, they did very well for themselves, right? Mm-hmm. My daddy didn't have a Nike nothing. Only pair of Nike shoes he had was the ones I bought him. You know what I'm saying? and they was like the sock material, they're comfortable. He just liked them because they was comfortable. You know? Yeah. So when you like when you see if somebody were to look at somebody and be like, yo, man, like you got 100,000, I got 60,000. How do you know that? Because he got on his Nikes in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like once you get to that comfortable place in your life, for you, like you can be comfortable with $50,000.
Yeah.
You can be comfortable with $150,000. But once you get there, you get comfortable.
There
ain't no sense in me putting on that fit. Like I can jump out whenever I want to. Whenever I want to.
I gotta come out. I'm come out.
For the most time,
Yeah.
I'm putting the sweats and the hoodie on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Listen, back in the day when you was moving drugs and stuff like that, hey man, I never know when I'm gonna go somewhere. Let me make sure I'm fly every time. I'm buying Air Force Ones every 3 days. Make sure I'm fresh. Can't nobody catch me off guard, stuff like that. Yeah, that was that easy come, easy go money.
Yeah.
But when you got it, yeah, it's real comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That's in my personal opinion, because that's me.
Yeah, bro, I mean, when you get chill, you know what I'm saying? It's I think when it comes with age and maturity as well. Too. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When you get to a certain stuff, you just stop caring about certain stuff. Yeah. Like, because in most cases, I'm wearing what I got on. Like, hoodie, jogging pants, wear some fresh shoes or whatever.
Some multi-fit.
I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? You just you start to see other things that are more of a priority for you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really care about the stuff you cared about 10 years ago. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in Foot Locker 2-3 times a week trying to figure out if I got this 14 in here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I was doing that.
I remember 25. I was trying to buy a Jordan of every different color.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, when I turned about 28, I started selling them. I was like, I really don't need that many.
You don't really care no more.
Don't get me wrong. I still love J's, but I'm like, for me to actually be like, oh man, I got to have one in every color of every style. I'm like,
I'm going to tell you.
Certain ones I like.
I just want to say real quick, I hate that you brought the Jordan thing.
I still have some J's in there. But I used to have like a good amount.
I mean, some stuff you like.
It was more than like with my J's at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, I don't even really like wear them a lot like that. It was just more nostalgia for me. The things you can't
see, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, but like some stuff you just
go back to comfort.
You go back to, because as a kid, like man, my first pair of shoes was a pair of Grand Hills that I got. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But after that, it became Jordans. Like I wanted J's, and my mama couldn't afford them. Yeah. So when I got to a certain point where I started being able to work and do things on my own, that's what I bought myself. Yeah. So I fed my own shoe habit. Yeah. So it became nostalgia for me. So in high school, I wore a different pair of shoes to school every day.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's like, you 15, 16 years old when, different pair of Jordans every day. So even now, I might walk in, I might have on a hoodie, I might have on a hat, I might have on some joggers, but most likely, I might have on a pair of J's because it goes back to there.
Yeah. When I was a kid, me and my cousin Mike was sitting in front of this white wall. It was in Aspen Chase. And I don't necessarily know what was going on, but I know the TV wouldn't turn on, fam. I went and got some lined paper, and I drew a Nintendo on the paper, and I set it in front of the wall, and I drew 2 joysticks. Me and my cousin Mike sat in front of that wall for like an hour, fam. No bullshit. And I was just like, it brings me to a point where I'm like, that's why I play these old ass video games all the time. Because
you never got a chance to get them at the time.
At that time, like, this was a place for me. I'm willing to sit in front of a white wall and play Ninja Gaiden and Mega Man X for hours. Yeah. And I know this about me because I'm like, I drew it on a fucking piece of paper, fam.
See, and that's real. I was a part of the No Luck Club coming up. Like, people finally getting Super Nintendos. My mom come in with the Nintendo. You know what I'm talking about? And don't nobody. I'm at the point where I play games by myself. Don't nobody want to play with me because they on Super Nintendo.
Something new.
They on PlayStation 2. Everybody got the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. I got the Nintendo 64.
Hey.
You know
But I just feel like, we revert back because it's like once you reach the accomplishment that you was trying, once you actually get it, it's like I beat the game. Why? I don't need to have all the little things that show that I'm making progress towards it. Yeah. At this point, I've beat it. So now let me go back and show you all the things that I got. I got enough money to buy J's whenever I want to buy J's. Well, let me just buy a couple pair and let them know that was achieved. Yeah. I like J's. Yeah. The other shit that I didn't like, the grind and this or that, I don't have to do that anymore. So you didn't see it when I was on it, so you don't even need to see it now.
Right.
Like, it's just
for sure.
Once you beat the game, beat the game.
I ain't even gonna lie. Part of the reason I don't buy J's that much because I can't find them in my size. They got one pair in the whole store that's a size 15, and if you don't get it the day it come out, you ain't getting that.
So you knew what you had to do to achieve your goal.
I'm not about to. Bro, I am not about to sit in this line. I already knew.
I got mine. I don't know.
So you knew.
Bro, he doing raffles. Getting his off a raffle.
You knew what you had to do to achieve your goal.
It's not because of the fact of the matter. I used to buy them all the time, but then I'm like, man, I ain't trying to wait in this line, or I ain't trying to do this. Like, if it don't come out and I can't get it when I want it, cool. I ain't even tripping now.
Now, man, I just be on. I be on them raffles. I be on StockX. I be on Gold. If it's a shoe that I absolutely want, I'm gonna get it. Like, it's coming to the house.
I'm going to get it. It's coming to the house. And you know the sad part about it is like the ones that I really, really wanted, they just coming to the house because I probably won't even put them on. Listen, bro, it took me a while because when I got them Ben and Jerry's, oh my gosh, I was like, yo, I paid so much for these. It's like these will never see.
They will never see the light of day.
Exactly.
Crown jewel.
But now they do. You know what I'm saying? Like now I'm at the point where I just like wearing because now I'm at the point where I wear them because I don't really go out that much. So when I actually take the time to actually go out and do something, I'll put them on my show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They up there. Yeah. I don't know if you ever seen the room. The room was Jay's was there.
Understood.
Yeah.
All right, we gonna jump into You Won't Believe This. It's brought to you by.
Oh, as always, love to shout out my beautiful wife. Love you, baby. Check out her. Sorry, mine just went blank. But check out her actual line, Wasted Desires, is wasteddesires.com. They have thigh chains, bracelets, anklets, waist beads. Check them out. Also, check out Traces Like Mine and Yanni Like Mine. All three are on Facebook and on Instagram. You can check them out, see what you like. Traces Like Mine, hair care for a black woman, by a black woman to help black women. Yanni Like Mine, ladies, please take care of it. It doesn't take care of itself. Don't tell this lie.
Tyler Bailey, Luxury Clothes by Luxury Guy. My cousin Mike, he does a podcast, SOB, that's State of Being. Don't take the other way. And D-Mac, he's a barber. But also, I care you know that this show was brought to you by Something for the People. Okay? And that's something, the number 4, D-A People. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and throw yourself a podcast at the end and lighten up those search results. All right? And before I jump on to what else, you got somebody you want to show some love to?
Oh, man, I just want to shout out to the people out there, man. Yeah, I go hit that like, subscribe button. I'm going to just piggyback off that. And then when you on Instagram, man, hit that link tree button. It's going to take you to everything. So that way, it'll chop down that time that you got going on. You know, just to make it as streamlined. You know, run them numbers up.
Yeah, easy. Go ahead.
Oh, give a shout out to the fam, you know what I'm saying? My wife, friend, my daughter and I love y'all both all day. I'm gonna take the time to big up my sister Brittany. She actually she provides life insurance. Okay, and one day, you know what I'm saying, one day I come back on there and I hope that I get a chance to talk to you about it because sharing my personal experience, I buried my father in January. The funeral cost like $18,000. And people, And then when you think about that, coming up with that in 7 days for your people to love one to send them off the right way, life insurance is something that is the only insurance that's really gonna matter. You pay auto insurance all day, you can pay any other type of insurance all day, but life insurance is something that you definitely should invest in because, let's be real, everybody got to punch that clock. So shout out to Brittany. I'll tag her in at the end of the post. So if y'all want to contact her and you know what I'm saying, see what she got as far as life insurance, because I don't want people to be crying and they're worried and stressed. So that's a big thing for me. So go ahead.